Scene 8. Pat Talk. I know that's Pran's room, and he has every right to allow or kick someone out as he pleases. It's his right to do that. But I feel my heart drop because Pran has never told me to leave with a gaze so cold. I'm both incensed and disappointed by the fact that Pran chose that dude, the monkey always clinging to him, instead of me, whom is known since childhood. I forget about Fragrant and go back to my room. It's only a few meters away, yet it feels like forever before I can turn the doorknob. I know I was too harsh with that punk, but the irritation I'd suppressed drove me to beat him to bits. I totally lost it. The more I thought about how Pran was so kind to him, the harder I wished to erase his existence. I'd give no shit if he died. I don't care. Well, who cares? Oh, right. The one who cares is the one kicking me out of his room minutes ago. I was fumed with rage, and I admit I felt guilty to have hit Pran. I didn't hold back, despite not meaning to. Since our primary school days, I'd never thought of fighting with Pran with my full strength. I was overwhelmed with guilt. Pran was hurt physically, while I, emotionally. That's why I went to apologize to him sincerely. But Pran wouldn't hear it. What's wrong, Pat? My sister, painting her nails, asks from her room, noticing me standing with an empty face in front of my bedroom door. The sharp scent of thinner fills the room. I would normally complain about it, but now, even if Par paints her nails in the common area, I don't have the heart to ask her to do it on the balcony as usual. I sigh once and look at my fist, the one I used to hit Pran. I feel like going back there to whine. What right does he have to make me feel so awful that I want to cry like this? What's the matter, Pat? Did something happen? I fought with Pran. Again. Par heaves a sigh before frowning and as I don't talk back. What kind of fight? Was it physical like every time? Yeah, I hit him, but he didn't hit me. Pat! Is Pran okay? You should go and check on him. Why don't you do it yourself? He probably. I pause. I want to treat his wounds, but I guess it's not necessary anymore. Doesn't want to see my face. Is he mad at you for real? Haven't you two made up a long time ago? What made you go physical? Plus, you didn't talk it out about after the fight. This is unusual. Mm, I mumble, avoiding the question. I can't put it into words, but I hate that son of a bitch. I hate him. And I don't care if what I did makes Bran get more upset with me. Call me a sore loser if you must. This possessive feeling I have over Bran is true. Why don't you wait for him to come down first and try again? Fuck it. That's my answer. I take off the workshop shirt and toss it on the bed before flopping down. I had no idea when I started to feel this way. For the record, no matter how terrible our fights were, and no matter how angry or unhappy Pran was, I would always be his number one when we were alone. Something grew in my heart, never be expressed. No need to let anyone know. Now that the place I put myself in is no longer secure, the suppressed feeling threatens to gush out. But I know you want to be alone, but you can call me if you need anything. I'll go and have a drink with Gon. Bar nods and disappears into her room, leaving me falling deeper into this messed up feeling alone. I've never thought of a day when Pran would put someone else to be his number one instead of me. Now that I have been treated so coldly, I feel like the sky is falling. I'm the only one developing this feeling. The heat evaporated after getting intoxicated, not too wasted but pretty drunk. I wasn't sure if Jor told Nat or if she already waited at our regular bar. Well, it's not as important as where we ended up. I couldn't sleep and spent the entire night trying to stop overthinking. Why do I care about Pran so much? Beth, are you leaving now? It's still early. I'm stopped by a girl's voice as I put on my pants. They were on the floor with a bra beside the bed. I'm now in a posh apartment, quite far away from the university. The light was turned off a few moments ago after Nat had fallen asleep out of exhaustion. Not interrupting her sleep, I guided myself the way with the light through the curtains and dressed up. As I flipped my white shirt, a condom box dropped on the floor and possibly woke her up. You have class? No, I need to hurry back. My sister's waiting. Hey, you're a grown man. Why is she so worried about you? Can you cuddle with me for a while before finding something to eat together? I give no answer. Buttoning my shirt, Nat gets up from the mattress, naked, and wraps her arms around me from behind sweetly. Please. Aren't you tired? Take a rest. I am, awfully, but I'm down for it if you want another round. Stay a little longer. So hard to reach you. Come on, Nat. I snarl at Nat. I snarl as Nat touches my chest with her fingernails. She unbuttons my shirt, puts her chin on my shoulder, and kisses my neck softly. How cruel. I'll call you. You always say that. You promised to meet up and disappeared. Don't try to pick a fight, Nat. It was what we both wanted. I wouldn't have done it if you told me not to. I explain and light a cigarette. Nat pulls her hands back and sits on the bed, vexed. So, is that it? Nat, okay. If you need an apology, I'm sorry. Don't choke with me, Pat. What about we'll meet up again? Is that okay? Seeing her angry expression, I speak more gently and button up my shirt again. I kiss her cheek to calm her down. I just want you to rest. And I also need a rest. The room owner sighs and finally lets me go. I grab my dead phone and wallet and take a taxi. My eyes are closed on the way home, and I've reached the destination after a while. I repeat my routine, pushing the elevator button, watching the changing numbers overhead, and unlocking the door. Par is probably at the university right now. However, when the door is unlocked, it's pulled open from the inside. Where have you been, Pat? Par is still in the same clothes as yesterday in the evening, her eyes hollowed as if she hasn't slept a wink. Her voice is harsh and hoarse. I couldn't reach you, nor your friends. Have you any idea how much I'm worried? Par, calm down. I'm sorry. She hits me with all her strength before bursting into tears and hugging me. Par isn't usually this emotional, and I know why. She believes my fight with Pran is pretty severe. Even though I've never said a word, Par understands how important Pran is to me. That's why my disappearance worried Par to the point she waited for me all night. What is this? Par asks, slowly pulling back. I stand still, not knowing what she means. Her emotion turns stern. She shoves my chest and stomps into her room, and I pace quickly to seize her arm. We don't give a damn about the enclosed door. Par, what upsets you now? I'm sorry. I was drunk, so I crashed at Gon's. Did you have sex with Gon as well? Are you nuts? Then what's the mark on your neck? You're single. Don't tell me you were so stressed that you fooled around. Who was that girl? Par, chill out. I'm a grown-up, you know. Give me her name. I won't let you fool around with anyone. You're too stupid. Par, don't make me squeeze the answer out of Gon. It's not. I confess to end this argument, but instead of settling the battle for good, Par looks more seething with anger. Is it Nat from science? The cheerleader? Yeah. What have you done, Pat? Don't you know how she is? Did you use protection? I won't be surprised if she lets herself get pregnant to catch you. And you're graduating soon. Are you crazy? Par, you're overthinking. Just forget it. I use protection, so stop nagging. I just blew off some steam. You'll be in more serious trouble. Don't associate with don't associate yourself with her again. Give me your phone. My phone's dead. Give it. I hand my phone to my sister. Par is particularly angry since she's sleep deprived, and so I relent. I leave my phone with Par and walk back to close the door. But then I find someone frozen in front of the door. He's so close that he must have heard every single word of my loud argument with Par. My heart drops, but another part of me says I don't have to care. Pran meets my eyes, his lips not curving up or down, totally expressionless. He stares at me for a moment and looks past me as if I don't exist. I close the door, enter my bedroom, lie down on the bed, and try to sleep. It must be that Fragrant isn't by my side. Even if I haven't slept for almost 24 hours, I can't fall asleep at all. Since there was no way I'd drift off, I've come to the university to attend the class before noon. I didn't bring my phone and let Par sleep. Gon spots me and grins while Jor looks troubled. What's up? Look at your hollowed eyes. How many rounds last night? Stupid. Well, you didn't have a fling with anyone for a long time. It's been forever. I don't remember the last time you'd done it. Gon is still blabbering. I clear my throat and he continues. I thought you'd skip classes. I couldn't sleep. Well, you've used up your energy last night. Par told me off this morning. Gon goes silent upon hearing that. We all know I back down whenever Par is mad, no matter how trivial the problem is. Fortunately, Par is hardly angry for no reason. I knew it, Jor comments. I just nod, not elaborating on the situation. I take my laptop out of my backpack and work on my project while waiting for the professor. Pat, Nantachai called for us to ask about yesterday. What about yesterday? He wants to see if you turn up. It's about the fight with the architecture bunch. If it happens again, we'll all be put on probation. Due to the fact that we're graduating soon, he doesn't want us to cause trouble, especially you. My best friend concludes, his face stern. Gon stops joking this time, as concerned as us. He's always thought we fought like children, so he let it slide. But yesterday, he heard you really went all out. Oh, I'll see him after classes. He'll probably tell you not to instill the hatred towards the other faculty in the juniors. Is that so? I mumble. If things didn't turn out this way, I could have acted all lovey-dovey, with Pran as an example for the juniors as the head of the faculty once. I sigh. Pran never hated me, but he probably hates my guts now that I've messed with his friend. Pran has been in my head for over 48 hours. I see Nantachai as told from Jor. Listen to the predictable lecture and promise it won't happen again. I've been warned countless times. Well, my seniors drilled into my head for 4 years that these two faculties could never be on good terms. It mirrors the rivalry between my family and Pran's, which I didn't know exactly what the cause was. In this kind of environment, the hatred was passed on generation after generation. Started long ago, we can't pinpoint the origin. It could begin at the same time as the faculties were found. The professors know about this and warn us as much as they can. Some think it's ridiculous, but the seniors don't think so, just like the fagging system. I heave a sigh, sitting at the communal table in the lobby since 5. Pran hasn't come back, and I won't be able to sleep without hugging Fragrant. If Fragrant isn't by my side, at least Pran's scent will put me at ease. That's why I'm waiting for him while working on my project with the Wi-Fi network provided here. Now that I'm alone, I can't help thinking I caused a lot of trouble to people around me. Pran comes back around 6. He notices me and looks away. I pretend to focus on my project, not following him immediately. When the elevator returns, I take it upstairs. I put my laptop in my room and pick up the takeaway food I bought for Pran and Par. I knock on his door with my knuckles, and the room owner opens within a minute. Pran still gives me an indifferent look like before. What? Fragrant. He turns around to get my bunny without inviting me in. When I've successfully gotten my stuff, we both stay silent. Finally, Pran speaks first. The girl you slept with last night. His sharp eyes are fixed on the purple hickey on my neck, too dark to be erased or covered. Not left the evidence on purpose as proof of what happened last night. She's not someone you should mess with. What's it to you? You're the one letting that fucker cling to you. You still don't know what you did was wrong? What did I do wrong? You don't want me to sleep with any girl, huh? If you can't do it yourself, don't go around and stop others from doing that. But why is my friend? Nat is also my friend. Friends can fuck. It's nothing strange. You can fuck that son of a bitch as well. Don't mess with me. I'm not in the mood to fight. Who told you to stick your nose in my business first? I can sleep with whoever I want and can feed ice cream. And you can feed ice cream to anyone you want. If your sister wasn't bowling like that, I wouldn't waste my time mentioning it. I'm not interested in your shitty mess. Oh, you mean you're lowering your pride to warn me because Par asked you to scold me? Wow, should I kneel and thank you? But you asshole! He snatches my collar and I rapidly push him. He sways and falls against the door. I step closer and block him with my arms. What? Are you gonna punch me? Yeah, why can't I? You hit me first. Stop! Don't lean any closer. What the fuck are you scared of? You weren't when you put your nose in my business. Scared you'll get another punch? I grin, a different kind of grin this time. Pran pushes my chest over and over, but the hands used to hold the cutter and house models can only do so much. He's fucking weak. Why wouldn't I know his strength when we had so many fights before? I move even closer and lift his shin with one of my hands. Do you know that aside from punching, I can punish you with a different method if you're too naughty? In that second, I do what I desire. I press my mouth on the lips I've had my eyes on since forever, kissing him without a care of his desperate attempt to resist. I bite his lip as I want. I lock his neck in place and kiss him to my heart's content before pulling back. I watch him quietly. The food and fragrant are on the floor. Pran is shaking in extreme anger, his face flushing red. The sight makes me smirk. Ask yourself again. You warned me about how I slept with others because Par asked you to? Or you're jealous? End of scene 8.